Hello and welcome to yet another video tutorial by Neil. In this video tutorial I will show you how to encode a video using the free program VirtualDub so that it may be uploaded to Stage6.com, the high quality video streaming website. For this tutorial I will be using the latest version of Xvid and Lame. As usual, I will show you how to install and use these programs so that you can follow along without any problems. First things first, we need some programs. Head on over to Google. Make sure you use Firefox because it's easier. Now we just search for VirtualDub and you go to the downloads page and you download this at SourceForge. We need to get the latest stable build, so we'll just go here. Save this anywhere to your hard drive and then just go there and then extract it. And then open the folder and you should see a whole bunch of files. Go ahead and run virtualdub.exe, and this is VirtualDub. This is about as simple as a video editing program gets before it starts to get bloated. So basically I'm going to open a video file, just any random file, and I've got a Fraps footage that I recorded earlier. This doesn't have any sound, so I'll have to add that later. For starters, you have to go to your video menu to see any of your video settings. You have your compression menu, your filters, you can set the frame rate. You get almost everything you ever wanted for compressing and configuring your video. So to see what kind of compression settings you can choose, you click this, and on the left here you can choose from uncompressed or any other encoder that you have installed. I don't have Xvid installed yet, so it's not in the list. So what we need to do is close out of VirtualDub and go back to Firefox or Internet Explorer, depending on what you're using, and search for Xvid. So I'm going to do that now, and I'm just going to get the main Xvid codec. I'm not going to get one of the many thousands of Xvid codecs that are out there, so I'm just going to get the Windows one. I'm just going to save this to my Documents folder. I'm just going to install this really quickly. There. Now that Xvid is installed, it should appear in VirtualDub, and so before I move on, I'm going to go ahead and get the Lame codec, and to do that you need to go to Google again and type in Lame ACM. And this will take you straight to, not this one. I want to get the one from freecodecs.com. So you need to get the Lame ACM MP3 codec so that you can encode your audio. So I'm just going to save this to the My Documents folder again. I'm going to extract this real fast. And this isn't like a normal install procedure. There's no exe file. It installs the same way as any other file, except they call it an INF file. So you just have to right click it and hit install, and you'll get this little warning from Windows XP. It's safe, so just go ahead and install that. And now when you go back to VirtualDub and you run this, I'm going to open my video footage, and in the video compression settings you should see Xvid now. There's going to be two of them. The difference is one of them's the Xvid here, and the other one's the YV12. I think that has something to do with the color space, but for the purpose of this video tutorial, I'm going to use Xvid. Now we need to choose some compression settings, so here you just click Configure, and this brings up the Xvid configuration. This is the codec related options. This has nothing to do with VirtualDub, and from here this is where we can choose the settings to encode our video. I like to do a 2-pass video, so for starters I select second pass and I choose target bitrate. And when I'm uploading to Stage 6, I try to keep the bitrate above 2000, and so for this I'm just going to choose 2500 as my bitrate. Down here, quality preset, just choose more, and it's going to say the built-in quality presets are read-only. Do you want to import whatever? I just hit yes. and here I choose wide search. And what this is going to do is it's going to search your video for any motion changes so that it can encode your video with the best quality possible. And here I'm going to choose turbo, and this speeds things up. There's some technical information behind that, but I've not run into any problems when uploading videos to Stage 6 by enabling that, so I'm going to keep that on. Besides, it speeds things up. Also, it's important to check whether your aspect ratio of the video has changed. So over here at profile level, go to more and choose aspect ratio. Mine is set on square. If yours is set on anything else, make sure you change it to square. So I'm going to cancel that. Now that I've got everything set up correctly, I know that I want to start the first pass, and so I'm going to hit OK. Now I'm going to close out of this. And if your video has audio, which hopefully it does, you can go to the audio menu, and by default Virtual Dub has direct stream copy turned on. Stage 6 does not allow uncompressed audio, and most of the time when you're working with uncompressed footage, you might also have uncompressed audio along with it. So it's good to choose full processing mode and then go back to the menu and choose compression. And from here you can access lame MP3, and you get a whole bunch of different encoding settings. I usually stick with 160 kbps CBR, which is just constant bitrate stereo. Unlike MPEG Layer 3, you are not allowed to go up to these higher bit rates. So lame actually allows you to do that. And so I'm just going to choose that. I don't have any audio for this, so I'm just going to cancel for now and set this back to direct stream copy. Now, if you're ready to start encoding your video, you need to go to File, Save as AVI, and then just choose any random folder, name it whatever you want, but when you're ready, choose Don't Run This Job Now. And there's a good reason for that, and I'll show you in a minute, so just go ahead and checkmark that, save it. Now go back to your video menu and then go back to compression, go to configure, and choose second pass. Now hit OK and choose OK. Just go back to save as AVI. Make sure that you're using the same file name as what you chose last time, and then choose this again. And it doesn't do any encoding processing until you go to your job control, and that can be found right down here. You'll notice that it added 2 jobs. The first job is the first pass, and the second job is the second pass. And if you choose start, it will go ahead and start encoding the first pass and will move on to the second pass. The reason why this is good is because you can do both passes, and you could essentially walk away from your computer, come back in 5 minutes or however long you think it'll take, and it'll be done for you. So go ahead and hit start, and you can see it go through this process. Now it's starting the second pass. And this is what the video should look like once it's finished encoding. This was just a video tutorial to show you how to encode uncompressed footage to an XVID file so that it may be uploaded to Stage 6. But if you're looking to encode a file like a .wmv or an MOV file, that would require AVI Synth to be used in conjunction with Virtual Dub. So hopefully in the future I will cover that in another tutorial. My name is Neil, and thank you for watching this video tutorial.